wang, deep wang, deep wang. You're not getting it. Deep throat.
Welcome to Brick Wall Cinema. I'm your host Chance, and today we have Sergio and Donny with us talking about Transformers 3 Dark of the Moon. And let's go with the basic info. Rated PG-13, directed by Michael Bay, released in theaters on June 29th, 2011, with the runtime of an hour.
It's a Transformers movie.
With the runtime of 2 hours and 34 minutes, and a budget of $195 million. And a gross worldwide of $1.124 billion.
Makes sense.
The highest grossing film of the franchise.
I'm not surprised when I rewatched this. This was actually a really well put together movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I guess we can go into our first impressions now.
So I was going in here kind of hesitant because based off the last movie, while it was fun, it didn't really have that much of a good story. But after watching this, it's like, wow. It's kind of like how people felt when they watched like Deadpool and Wolverine, like the MCU is now back on track. So after watching this, I was like, wow, this is actually really interesting. I was surprised by how dark it got too.
Yeah, this one was so dark. I loved it though. It was like the hardest PG-13 movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's impressive. That's impressive too, especially compared with a lot of stuff they did before.
And the
robot, they try to keep it a little more lighthearted despite how dark it got.
Sergio, the robots actually have blood in this one.
Well, actually, they had blood in other ones, but they just used it as like as motor oil, that kind of stuff. They just changed the color.
It's red.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. In other ones, they just had like fluids from the actual cars, but in this one, they actually have red blood, which is confusing too.
It was so dark to see it though. It was funny though.
Yeah, and the fact is that Optimus Prime actually executed 2 people
in the same time. We're gonna get to that. Let's put a pin on that, okay?
Oh wait. I want to say one more thing too. In the last movie, in the Rise of the Fall, was it the Fallen?
Revenge of the Fallen.
Revenge of the Fallen.
I rise.
Like I made mention that the Decepticons became way more brutal in that movie because there was the scene where they ripped apart another Decepticon just to fix Megatron. In this one, it was like the Autobots suddenly became way more brutal.
Yeah, because every movie they're getting more and more pissed off. Even with this one, it starts off with Optimus Prime being so pissed at the director of the what was it, the Transformers
Director of Defense.
Yeah, the director of defense. Yeah, he's like, and everyone's like, he's pissed. He's not gonna answer me. Like, and they're like, what? He's got silent treatment? No, this is worse. And they hit him open. It's like, the fuck you doing? Telling us not? You didn't tell us shit about this. You lied to us. You said we knew everything.
All right, let's get into what we're getting into next, so we can actually get into this stuff more in depth.
Okay, Donny, your first impression. What do you think about the movie?
Oh my goodness, this is my favorite movie so far from the franchise.
Yes!
I had so much fun watching this one.
Me too. That's why I didn't expect this. When I first watched it, I thought this was boring. I think maybe I was just really not in a good mood that day either. So that might have factored into it, but watching this again, I couldn't stop watching it. I had to leave. I'm like, okay, I got to get back home and watch Transformers 3. And it wasn't a burden either. It didn't take me 3 days. It took me 3 hours.
I think there's a reason why some kids actually don't remember this one too well, especially like us back when we were that young. It's because this movie has such a a deep take in, like a deep cut into the plot, into actual history, that we didn't understand it at the time.
Yeah, and even like that, like the fact that they bring in a bunch of NASA stuff into it, and also that's another thing I want to bring up. Like this movie has a lot more, not really focused on military, but more on the NASA space program. Like heavy, like someone in the department was saying, you know what? I really want to talk about space. Let's bring in space into this. Talk about the moon, have Buzz Aldrin in it. They do the same thing they did with the first 2 movies where they have the military come in and give them equipment and everything like that and use their bases for shots. They did the same thing for NASA in this one.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah. I mean, why do I like this one more than the other ones? I'm still baffled by it. They do the sort of the same things, but differently. Like, it's only small things.
Yeah, you know what I noticed in this movie too?
What?
Is that a lot of the shaky shots, they're usually instead of using them for like the action scenes, they use them for like a lot of the old scenes of like into actual history, like with NASA. You see there's a lot of some shaky shots when they're showing the moon landing, while on the actual fighting scenes with the Transformers is actually not as shaky as it used to be. It's a lot more smooth.
Yeah, I could see what's going on this time. It was so weird. This shouldn't be this good, but I think it is my favorite one in the franchise, right next to Transformers 1 and Bumblebee.
I know. I think Michael Bay actually did something different with his style, and that actually made this a lot better.
Yeah, well, I think also comes to the fact that there's a lot of things that went into making this movie. Like, how do I put this? Like, this was supposed to be the finale for the trilogy.
I could see that.
They weren't gonna make a fourth or fifth one, but this movie made $1 billion. They're damn well gonna make as many as they want to now. And so, I mean, when you see it like as a finale, it kind of works, but also doesn't in a way either. In a way too.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna get to it, but when they bring in like Megan Fox, like not really Meg, they got rid of Michaela, but in reality, they fired Megan Fox.
Did they say why?
Yes, because she reported that Michael Bay on the second movie was like Hitler on set, very demanding. And then Steven Spielberg, the director of Schindler's List, was not really happy about that. So he told Michael Bay to fire her. And he's like, okay.
I'm surprised they didn't get her like they didn't bar her from actually getting other jobs and act in the film industry.
Well, what other movies have you seen her in lately?
Not recently, but mostly just like TMNT. That's the most recent one I remember.
Well,
that was a long time ago.
Well, yeah, because Michael Bay, he said he didn't really have that much of a problem with how she said that or any problem with her. So it makes sense why she was back in the Michael Bay movies with Michael Bay produced the Ninja Turtles movies. So
has she appeared in anything else that I might have missed?
She was a New Girl.
Oh, okay.
And Jennifer's Body and a couple of straight to streaming movies.
Oh,
That's
okay. So, all right.
I guess we should go into our favorite scenes then. What about you, Sergio? What's your favorite scene?
Straight off the bat, the one I remember the most and I liked seeing was just the highway fight where they're chasing after Sentinel.
Are you talking about the scene where they're
It's when they find out that Sentinel that they needed to bring back. There's the point where Shia LaBeouf's character, I forgot his name again. Wait, no, Sam. He found out the Decepticons' plan to try and take Sentinel so they can open up a space bridge. And yeah, this scene right here that's playing right now, where the Decepticons are chasing after Sentinel, and then Bumblebee and a few other Autobots are fighting them off on the freeway.
Yeah, there's a scene like that. There's a shot in that whole fight scene where a Decepticon hits a car and destroys it. That scene's actually straight from another movie. Like another Michael Bay movie. It was called The Island.
The Island?
Yeah. It was a Michael Bay movie he did.
Also, I noticed that some of the Decepticons actually look a lot more alien in this one, and even that one that looks like the Predator.
That's what I was gonna say. One of the Decepticons looks like a Predator with the dreadlocks.
Yeah. Hey, Donny, what was your favorite scene?
Oh man, I liked all the action scenes, but something that stuck out to me was what was Sam's the coworker that Sam was dealing with, the one that gave Sam all those newspaper clippings.
Deep Wang.
That's Jimmy, I think.
Deep Wang.
I found his scenes pretty funny.
What do you guys think of Deep Wang?
Deep Wang. He was my
honestly
movie. That was the actual thing where I saw like a overly goofy or over the top character, and I was like, that actually works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he must have got this role because of Community, because that's where he got super popular.
I think I remember him from The Hangover.
I think that came out 2 years after this movie. Wait, no.
Oh,
Hangover came out the same year, I think. 2011.
No, does it came out in the same month?
I don't think so.
How far apart were they?
Let me check. Came out in 2009. Same year Community started. Oh, that was a big year for him.
Oh, I mean, he's still pretty good. I see him in a few commercials. He's doing really good. Also, did you guys catch the quote? I'm not sure if we should talk about this yet or not. The quote that says,
Wait, we're gonna get the quotes. Wait.
Okay, so what should we talk about first?
We're still talking. We're still scenes. I got my scenes.
All right, what's yours?
When Sam has the Decepticon Apple Watch and he's losing his shit, like flipping over tables and everything.
Wait, which one is that one? Because there's a few parts where he loses his shit.
With the Apple Watch on his arm, trying to talk to someone like the director of self-defense.
Defense?
That's her name, right? Like Francis
Director
McDormand's
of defense, not self-defense.
Oh.
God, you're a
I could just imagine like Shia LaBeouf just going off the edge and then him just going on set and being like this the entire time.
Yeah, but he felt more tame in this one until like one scene where he looked like he actually had a mental breakdown on set.
Which one?
It was when he rushed to the base where Transformers were and saying, "Hey, we got to go. There's a problem with the other people here, and it's Dark Side of the Moon. We got to go. I know there are people in here. I know this. I know Bumblebee. I lived with him." And they're them stopping him because like we see Autobots inside the car, like, and a lot of energy on. He's like losing his shit once they hit his car. Like, "Hey, do not hit my car. That's a collectible."
Oh yeah, I mean, I probably would feel that way too if I just almost got assassinated by a giant robotic flying bird.
But not even that scene that got me. It was a scene where like once it lifted up in the air. Hold on, wait.
Oh yeah, I remember that scene. Like the car gets lifted up by the pillars in the back after they try to stop him from going inside the building.
Yeah.
Yo, you being a smartass? Do not hit my car to collector's item!
Like, he is losing his shit over it.
Aliens in the vehicle! You moved this! Wow! That alien's in the vehicle!
Oh my god. I was so worried about him. Like, is he gonna pop a blood vessel?
I was too when I first saw it. But I remember that Shia LaBeouf actually was struggling with a lot of stuff when he was making this film, and I was like, you know, this probably was him trying to vent it all out.
Yeah, and even grabbing people and everything. And also, I'm also really shocked that they got Tom Kenny back for this movie.
Tom Kenny, that's the soldier, right?
No, that was Wheelie, and he also voiced the Skids and Mudflap in the second movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Mudflap, by the way, they didn't show up here. I thought that like, they would at least mention like where they like what happened to them.
they never do that in these movies. Every movie they have new bunch of Transformers that you never seen before. That's always been the case.
No,
'Cause
true, but they do keep some of them like from the other movies.
Because-
So I was just wondering like if they would have like an in canon, like an in verse kind of explanation to why they're there, because they don't specify like how long it's been since the last movie.
They did. He just got out of college.
Oh, right. So it was like 4 years.
Yeah.
So that brings up the question: what happened?
Well, maybe they went across the country. I don't know. They can drive.
Well, true, but that's the thing; they can't do that.
I don't know. Maybe they went. Maybe they're just cars now. They just want to stay as cars.
But still, though, they can't do that.
They can't stay as cars.
No, they can stay as cars. It's just that they're not allowed to be outside of the supervision of the government.
I bet there are gonna be a couple of Transformers that aren't gonna agree with that.
Really?
Yeah.
You mean like how there's only 9 Autobots left?
There are not 9 Autobots left.
Yes, they say that when they're sending them off into the moon, they say only 9 Autobots.
Sergio, they're robots in disguise. They're just cut the ones that weren't in disguise.
Oh yes, those were Decepticons. They say there's only 9 Autobots on Earth right now.
And you believe them?
Well, yes, because they say that, saying the blasting off 9 Autobots into space.
Then why do they have more then? Wait, no, they told you they told them that they made the spaceship. They knew that they weren't there. That they weren't there. They're probably more.
Well, yeah, that they were also sent off into space with the others. There was all 9 in total.
They didn't go into space though. Megatron said that they didn't go into space. They built the plane. They built it just so they can lie to them.
They built it and it hit off, and then one of the fuels and one of the shuttles that fell off as soon as they started taking off and landed back into the Atlantic. They say that as soon as they say like, how did you survive the explosion? They said they fell off when they hit one of the parts that fell off during liftoff and fell back into the Atlantic. And I'm telling you, they say there's only 9 because others have died.
Well, then maybe Skiz and Mudflap died.
That's what I'm saying. I thought they would have had an inverse explanation to why they're not there. Maybe they died or something like that.
We don't need that. I think everyone's been more than happy not to know that they are not here, and that's all they need to know. They don't need explanation. They're like, it's like someone that you don't care about, and their friends saying, "Hey, Steve's not gonna make it." Oh, really? And acting fake, like, "Oh, really? That sucks." All right, and they're saying, "Oh, yes," because you're like, "Oh, yeah, okay,
So
yeah,
what did you
sure."
want to get to next?
Huh?
What did you want to get to next?
Sergio, why do you always want to make me go forward so much, Sergio? I'm trying to make a joke right now, and you're just cutting me off.
Well, yeah, because I don't get it.
Wow, I hate to go to a stand-up comedy show with you.
Yes.
You just yell at the guy, yell at the comedian. Go to the next joke as he's
Yes,
building
I'd
up
be
the
like
joke.
I'd be like Ted in the crowd, would just spouting out sad comments because I'm tired of the joke.
Who's got an event?
9/11.
Okay. Maybe something else. How about a location? Let's go with a location.
The offices of Charlie Hebdo.
Okay, I heard Starbucks.
No, you didn't.
Nobody said Starbucks.
You know, who's in the Starbucks?
Bill Cosby.
hang on, buddy. I'm about to make the joke. I don't care. Go to the next one. You're not funny. My other favorite scene was the collapsing building scene. That whole thing was amazing. It was like all one big practical effect too. Like enhanced with CG, but still.
Destroyed an entire building.
Yeah, because like looking at it, like, this is my nightmare. This is my actual nightmare. Being stuck in a high-rise building, about to fall down, like down to the ground.
That's what I thought. I thought you guys wouldn't. I thought you would not probably like that kind of scene because of the fact that there's like actual the guy who's panicking the entire time, seeing like I'm having a heart attack as the building's collapsing.
No, because I agree with him. That's the time you actually could be freaking out.
Yeah, that's what I was going to use to justify that too. Because like in that situation, what else could you do? And you're freaking out as you're holding a rocket launcher trying to shoot down a building.
Yeah, about to shoot down a huge ass robot that's destroying Chicago, and this is terrifying. This whole ending is so fucking terrifying to me. Even more than Godzilla or like anything King Kong has done.
I was actually really freaking out because I saw a few of the soldiers fall out of the building and they died as soon as they hit the ground. I was like, oh shit.
But no, it's okay. They're not they don't have names, so they're okay. In the credits, they're named as Soldier 1 or Soldier 2, so it's okay. They're fine.
No, I know, but it's just it kind of freaks me out because the fact is I see them waiting outside like the motel and they're just like waiting for the go time, and I'm like, man, this is freaking me out.
Hey, what do you guys think of Shockwave?
Shockwave?
He was the villain in the movie.
A big worm, right?
No, that's his pet in a way.
Yeah, Shockwave is the one with the one eye that we just saw the scene of, the close up of.
In the cartoon, it looks a lot different.
Not too much different because they kept the one eye.
Yeah, I liked how they kept the one eye, but still, though, I mean,
what is he supposed to transform into?
I don't remember, but all I know is that I think he had a. Honestly, I don't remember. I'm lost.
Because in the new movie Transformers 1, he's part of the Seekers, so I always thought he turned into a jet.
I don't see anything that he transforms into.
Does he actually transform at all, or does he just keep one form?
I don't know. Well, shit, what was I going to say? There's something I wanted to say about Shockwave. Hold on. No, wait. Did he have a voice?
Yeah, he had a voice.
Wait, no, that's not it. I want to talk about Sentinel Prime. Let's talk about him. There's some stuff I want to talk about with him.
Okay.
So he's voiced by Leonard Nimoy. You don't know him?
I've heard the name before.
Oh, yeah, this guy who plays Spock in Star Trek.
Yeah,
I remember that because I remember like in the show like Big Bang Theory, Leonard's girlfriend gave a gift to his friends about a napkin that said "Live long and prosper" by Leonard Nimoy.
Oh yeah, and it had like the saliva of Leonard Nimoy on it, and Sheldon was so happy he could actually clone Leonard Nimoy now.
Yeah, now he just needs some ovaries.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm a huge nerd.
I mean, we're talking about Big Bang Theory. Of course, we're nerds.
We're talking about Big Bang Theory while talking about Transformers 3.
Of course, we're nerds. We're doing a podcast based on movies. Of course, we're nerds.
Yeah. But with Sentinel Prime's character, I actually really like, and I think it helps because we just finished watching Transformers 1, 2, and he's like the main villain of that one. Oh shit, hold on. Spoiler alert for Transformers 1, if you haven't seen it yet. Sentinel Prime is a villain. Or
I wonder, in the other canons, is Sentinel Prime also a traitor, or is someone else a traitor?
Yeah, he's a traitor in those ones too. And I love his portrayal in this one too, because he's like halfway through the movie, he's like, I made a deal with Megatron. This is the only way for us to get back to Cybertron. Later.
And he killed Ironhide.
And I'm like, oh shit! They killed Ironhide! You bastard! And the funniest thing about the whole scene though is right after Sentinel Prime destroys the whole base and it goes away, you see Optimus Prime drive by. I wish you would say, "What did I miss?" Like not knowing what happened at all. It's like, oh my god, I really didn't mess up, huh? And that director of defense saying, "This is your fault, Optimus. This is all on you. It is your fault." Like, I'm sorry.
You know, I noticed that a lot. Like almost everyone, always the government officials are always saying like it's the Autobots' fault.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of was. Take it from the human point of view. This big monster saying, "Oh yeah, we know who can stop these pillars. My old boss, he can save us. I'll bring him over and bring him to life." Oh shit, he killing everyone? Is he sided with the villain? I'm sorry. I mean, I get it from both sides.
I guess so. But in this one, it's more understandable why they blame him because he's the one who said that they could trust him. But in the other ones, it's just more of like just paranoia.
Yeah, and to be fair, though, also, okay, I need to figure out her name because I can't stop saying the director of defense. I feel really bad just saying that. I know the actress's name, but I don't know the actual character's name.
I don't know if they actually ever say her name.
No, because what's her name? John Turturro says her name.
Oh, okay.
Mirroring. Okay.
Oh
so,
yeah, director Fury.
Yeah, so director Mirroring is on a rampage this whole movie, just pissed off at the Autobots the whole movie. And also, okay, I brought up in the last episode with Transformers 2, well, the Decepticons, they can really transform into anything, can't they?
I think so.
Yeah, because they transform into a copier, they transform into another Autobot.
It also depends on their size, though, because you see how they can you see how Wheelie can only transform into an RC car or something of equal size.
I mean, yeah, but
There are limits, but they could transform into just about anything. It's just that mostly the Autobots are trying to be discreet about certain things because the government is trying to hide them. So that's why they transform into mostly like these kind of cars and not jets or something like that, because they can't have the government directly involved. You know, they're like black ops, like they say.
yeah. We're going to our notes. Let's go into our favorite quotes and then go to our notes because we're going all in. Sergio, do you have any favorite quotes?
I can't remember a favorite quote, but I do remember this one quote that I just wrote down because I just thought like, wow. Because when Sam was going job hunting and he said like he was given a medal by President Obama.
Oh yeah, I remember the scene.
Yeah, and then there was that one like that one person that was hiring. He was like, "Well, we're mostly Republican here, so we don't like that." And I was like, "Damn, I didn't know they were so divided like that even back then."
Well, it's not really that far. It was like 2011. Also, they showed a picture of Sam right next to Obama in the White House, and they clearly photoshopped him in there. But next thing you know, it cuts to him in the White House in the flashback, and that does not look like Barack Obama, even from the side at all. And it kind of pissed me off a little bit. I don't know. I know it shouldn't because it's just a small one-off joke, but still, I don't know why it really bugged me because there's a bunch of Barack Obama lookalikes. I seen better ones on Disney Channel when they run to the president. Look at him.
There's like
one that's supposed to be Obama.
He looks
I didn't even notice.
He looks like the basketball player from Like Mike.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of the barbershop, The Last Cut, where they had like a Chris Brown, I think, as Barack Obama.
Yeah, he looks like Chris Brown.
It's just that right there they didn't show his face.
And Michelle looks all right. If that's supposed to be Michelle,
I think
kind of looks more like Kamala and Michelle look mixed together. But okay. But I mean, come on. You could have hired an impersonator or CGI'd his face like you did with JFK and Nixon.
Well, yeah, but that's because they had actual shots of his face directly.
Yeah, they could have done the same thing with Obama.
Well, yeah, but I don't think they're gonna spend more money just to do that on a throwaway joke.
But they would for one shot with JFK saying, "We need to get to the moon."
Well, yeah, because it's an actual shot of his face.
They could have shown his face if they did that, though. They got the money, they got the time, they got the money.
But they already spent it all on everything else.
Okay, well, do you have any other quotes then?
No, not really. Not ones that I remember. Or I guess my favorite quote was when Optimus Prime said, "It's time to find out when he fights Megatron for the last time."
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that scene. I got it in my notes. We got to talk about that, but we're gonna get to. I'm so excited to talk about that scene.
All right, Donny, what's your favorite quote?
Oh man. A lot of the Optimus Prime quotes when he was popping off on all those Decepticons, those were pretty crazy. But
we'll kill them all.
What were the two little guys called? I forgot their names.
It was Wheelie and Brains.
I found them much more entertaining than the other two comedy relief characters from the last movie.
Me too.
Skid and Mudflap?
Yeah, they were way funnier than Skid and Mudflap to me, at least. But one of my favorite quotes from them was when they hijacked that big whale ship and then they crashed it and he's like, "Well, it looks like the end. We gonna die."
I like how Brains is so blunt and Wheelie's just like saying, "We had a good run," and then Brains is like, "We gonna die."
or when they were abandoned right in front of Shockwave and they're like, "Oh man, no bot left behind." Oh no, Shockwave's coming.
I probably would pay to see like a mini series of them just doing random junk around the house.
I want to do something like Lion King 1.5, where they're just in the whole Transformers franchise, but just in the background, sort of influencing the story as it goes along.
I would actually pay to see.
I would love to see that. But then again, I just love Lion King 1.5, so I just want to see that anyways.
You know what that kind of reminds me of? It kind of gives me a vibe of like Pinky and the Brain, but rated R.
Oh yeah, but they're not trying to take over the world; they're trying to save it.
Exactly. I also liked how the fact like they actually contributed at the end when they actually took down the entire whale ship. I really like that.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool too. Also, was a oh, I'm not gonna get to it yet. Oh, I gotta refrain myself. Okay, let's go to my notes. It was when Kang Jeong, the guy that plays Deep Wang, was in the elevator with Shia LaBeouf and another guy, and he's like, "Let me drink my Schwa milk, Donny," and
What's
he's,
his name?
huh?
Yeah, I got it in my notes that his name
His name was Donny.
Jerry. His name's Jerry.
No, he said Donny.
No, he said Donny to the guy who wouldn't let him enjoy his milk. But his name is Jerry.
Well, why would he say Donny then?
No, that's what he
No,
said.
no, the Deep Wing is Johnny, right?
no,
no,
Deep Wing is
Jerry.
you.
Oh,
Wait,
I'm
I'm
getting
confused.
Go to the scene where he's drinking the milk, and you'll see that's what he's saying. That his name is Jerry, and he's speaking to Donnie. And he's so funny in this entire movie too, even though he's acting so suspicious. Like when he's right behind the girl, and they're like, "What are you doing?"
It's like, "You
my
can
turn.
go.
My
Do
turn
my
to the fax
job."
machine. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was confused about his name too. That's why I went back and wrote it down that his name is Jerry.
I'm still not sure who you're talking about, but okay. Yeah.
Jerry is Deep Wing.
Well, why would he? Okay.
May I finish my Shuhua milk, Donnie? I don't care about your exotic milk. I care about respect.
That's my also favorite quote too. I don't care about your exotic milk. I care about respect.
Surprised that people in the office would actually be so this intense.
Honestly, I'm not that surprised. It's a Michael Bay movie. I think everyone's
True.
just intense and racist. Like that other lady guy he worked with saying, "You ever come here with an Awuga shirt? You're fired."
I don't know what that's. Wait, that's racist?
I mean, kind of.
How?
Where's the scene? Hold on, I'm trying to find it. The way he's like said something like something with Latino women. That's what he said.
oh, he called it Latin Rage or something like that.
Yeah, that's what he said. Latin rage.
Lo que me voy a poner.
No, this is the aerospace
¿Cómo
division.
que
Okay,
no?
we
Me
do
lo
not
voy a
allow
poner
that here.
eso. Este tipo
New guy, you see that? That's a Latin meltdown, okay? If you ever show up in my office with a Hoochie Mama outfit, you're fired.
Oh man, I got two more quotes. Another one is what was the other guy from the last two movies? Jonathan Turtle's character,
Which one?
the guy that worked for the FBI.
You mean the Sector 7?
Yeah, Sector 7.
Seymour.
Seymour. Okay, when Seymour
I
said,
think that's his name, but I just remember his sidekick Dutch.
"Yeah, I forgot I didn't even know they were in this movie. I forgot about them. To be honest, I blocked out a lot of this movie, so I forgot that they're in the whole movie." So when he's like, "Tell Megatron, let's tango," and the last one is Megatron talking to Starscream after we see him in Africa. Him saying, "Spare me, you gaseous sycophant. You know what you are told, which is nothing."
I have to say, he's trying to act way more like an animal in this one.
Well, he was hanging out in Africa. How did he even get to Africa?
That's what I'm saying. He acts way more animalistic. He's even hunched over and all because even though he's like hurt, he feels like much more like a unhinged
And why is he wearing a robe?
because he's hiding his scars. That's why.
He looks like he's in Dune with that robe on.
Oh,
He's a Fremen.
Yes. But why is he in Africa though? I still don't get why he's in Africa.
for the setting.
And why is everyone else there? Did he just get deported back to Africa or something? I don't know.
They did escape, but I think they're just in Africa because of the fact that the fact they can't be watched over there.
Oh, right. At the end of the second movie, they left. They flew away.
Yeah, they flew away because they escaped when like an Optimus like just killed the shit out of the Fallen, and then he just like blasted them with his jets. So now they're just like kind of like licking their wounds right now because he can't do nothing right now.
Oh my God. Why are they so brutal? What's a bird just flying by and he just kill a bird on the way down? They didn't
Yeah, I
even
know
do
that's what I
that.
said. Like they are way more brutal in this.
What was the bird's name again?
Something beak, Sonic beak,
Iron Beak.
Iron beak something. They say it right here in this scene, like when he goes to see the family of the astronaut.
Laserbeak.
Laserbeak, okay.
Laserbeak got some really entertaining scenes. They made him look really menacing.
He's catching bodies, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was shocked. Let's go to our notes now. I was honestly thought that he was gonna kill the whole family when he went to go see that little girl. Like, did you guys think that too?
I thought so, and I got so scared because when I saw this scene, and I was like, "Oh, hey, look, it's a little mini Bumblebee." But then it was like, "Oh shoot, he's gonna kill everybody."
Yeah, like it cuts to black after you see a little girl. I'm like, oh God, no.
And when he says, "Is your daddy home?" Yeah, that's just so scary. And then he transforms.
Yeah, it's the fact that they go to black after each one because then you make like, okay, now they're dead, they're dead, they're dead. And it gets to keep going and going, and they have all white rooms, so just in case any blood goes everywhere, you get to see it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is this movie is just so good. I don't know why. Why do I love it so much? I'm still baffled by it.
I especially like the part where Deep Wang. I just like saying that Deep Wang.
Get it,
Like,
deep throat, deep wang.
when he's like in the office and he's being interrogated by a laser beak. I thought this whole scene was really cool.
You know what? I'm gonna use that as the opening to the episode because with every Transformers opening, I put like before time began, there was, and I used to use a clip from the movie. The first one I used eBay. The second one I used kid encounter, kid encounter, and this one I'm gonna use deep wang. All right. So we're on the notes now. Do you guys have any notes?
I had a question on the, like when Jerry was in the room, you know, Deep Wing was in the room with Laserbeak being interrogated, and he pulled out the guns. I thought that scene was cool, but why didn't he just start shooting him?
Why did he bring guns to work?
Dude, he's being followed by a Transformer that's trying to kill him. Why wouldn't he have guns?
He didn't know though.
No, he knew. Yes,
Yeah, he's the one he put the conspiracy board together for Sam.
Yeah, and he was also part of the NASA project because that's why they have him in their pocket. That's why he's interrogated.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what he said before he got killed, that he put in a program that made the satellites have a blind spot so that Transformers the Decepticons could like start their plans.
Huh.
Yeah, so I was questioning, like, why didn't he just start shooting? I mean, like, it's cool, like, he made that line when he said, like, who messed with the wrong wing? That was cool, but why didn't he just start shooting instead of getting, like, getting the guns knocked out of his hand?
Because it had to be a suicide.
Oh, that's true, I guess.
Even though literally 5 seconds later, he turns to a copier and then destroys everyone in the office, so it didn't really need to be a suicide, but okay.
Yeah.
They didn't really need it.
I think
he was trying to get Sam because Wing telling Sam was like not part of the plan. That's why Beak confronted Wing in that office. He wanted to find out what Sam knew, and since Wing wouldn't help him.
Yeah, but then
I guess he just decided it'd be easier to just go all out.
Like he changed his mind right after saying it has to be a suicide. He's like, you know what? It didn't really need to be a suicide. It just goes killing everyone else.
True. But also, do you think it was because the guy kept bugging with the printer?
Probably. He seems like the guy.
I know the Transformers, they can feel when they're being hit. It doesn't really hurt them, but it must be like annoying as hell.
Probably. I mean, there's other times where that happened. Wait, no, I'm thinking of Lego Movie. Never mind.
You see, like that whole scene where he's just like, you mess with the wrong wing. I just love that scene because I just think it's funny but cool at the same time.
Yeah, I
honestly thought he would take out Laserbeak in that scene. I was ready for that. I was like, oh dang.
But he would just pop off guns in the office.
Yes.
Just do a desk pop.
Yes.
Have you ever done a desk pop before, Sergio?
Yes.
I don't know if Donny. I don't think he gets the reference.
Yes.
I don't.
That was from the other guys. It was like a movie where, like a cop movie.
You've never fired your weapon in the office.
We all have, you know. It's called a desk pop.
Jimmy, when's the last time you had a desk pop?
September 08.
Pop one off.
There you go. Pop it off.
Don't think, just
Don't
go.
think.
Here we go.
Do it, yes.
I did my first desk pop. It's a real thing, right?
That's a possible review we're gonna do. We might do that one later. Actually, I kind of want to do that one now. But yeah,
other stuff lined up, so maybe sometime later.
Yeah.
If someone like asks for it, just leave a comment or maybe let us know. We'll do it.
Yeah, hit the subscribe bell 3 times. Hit that like bell, and also leave a comment in the section below.
Dude, I told you that's not how YouTube works.
It can absolutely work like that. Trust me.
No, you don't hit it 3 times. You just press once to subscribe, then you hit the bell for notifications.
Hit that bell once, hit it twice just for good luck, and hit it 3 times just to make it an even number. Wait, no, an odd number. Wait.
You hit it twice, then you're gonna unsubscribe.
And then when you hit it again, it's gonna resubscribe. So it all bounces out.
But that doesn't put in the notifications. Because once you subscribe, it just puts you automatically on just a few notifications. You don't get notified for every review. If you hit the bell and ring it to put all to all notifications, then it'll let you know when every video.
I'm sorry, Sergio. We had to stop that. We're gonna go on a whole rant about this if we didn't have something to break it up. I'm
All right,
sorry.
so what do we want to talk about next?
No, we're still on notes. I'm sorry.
Also, this is the same thing I do to you whenever you try bringing it out, whenever you try pulling out a joke, and you
No, but Sergio, you're going on a whole tangent about how it doesn't make sense for YouTube, but it does make sense. But we're not gonna get into that because we're gonna go back and forth, and we're both gonna be right.
No, we're not. We literally had this conversation last week.
Probably not when this episode's recording, dipshit.
Yes, we were recording.
No.
Lola was here.
Who?
Lola.
Sergio, the next episode might be Gandhi for all we know. We don't know what the next episode is gonna be when I post this one.
What?
The movie Gandhi.
There's a movie named Gandhi.
Yes. God, we're going down a rabbit hole right now. We don't have time for this.
So why'd you bring it up?
Because you brought up that you didn't know.
No, what?
Gandhi.
Then why'd you bring up Gandhi?
Because you didn't. Oh my God. We're going back to our notes. Do you have any more notes?
Not ones that we haven't already talked about. Do you guys have any notes you guys want to say?
I liked how the action was much more readable. You could actually see how they were fighting each other.
I love that too. It was weird. It's like another directors did the movie, but it was all Michael Bay this time too.
That's really cool. I like how Dutch was like this hidden badass when he pulled out the guns when they were confronting the Russians.
Oh yeah. Do you know who Dutch was played by?
Who?
Alan Tudyk.
Who's that?
You might not know his face, but you know his name. You know who he played. He played a lot of Disney characters. He played King Candy in Wreck-It Ralph. He played Hey Hey in Moana. Tuk Tuk from Raya and the Last Dragon. He's in every Disney animated movie. He played
as an animal or just like as a side character.
Both.
You think he might be like the new what's that guy who's always in every Pixar movie?
John Ratzenberger.
Yeah, he's gonna be like that guy.
Yeah, and he even makes jokes about it too. Like every time there's a footage of him doing a chicken voice, and him after he's done saying, "I went to Juilliard." He's really good with voices, and even a good actor. He was on Doom Patrol.
Oh, cool. Wait, as who?
The villain, Mr. Nobody.
Oh, you know what? I never got to see the other episodes of Doom Patrol.
You gotta watch. Oh, wait, no. Oh shit. I'm sorry. We're talking about this, but as we had the movie on in the background, we're having that scene. We're at that scene where Dutch has like the guns and everything. I just realized who one of the Russian mobsters was.
What?
That's the guy that wants Spider-Man's rent in the first two Spider-Man movies.
Oh yeah, and the what was his name? It was Sam Raimi.
Yeah, Sam Raimi.
Also, I wanted to question, why is it that the Decepticons could hide on the moon?
Because they were in the ship.
Okay, that makes sense. But the thing is, on the moon, there is no atmosphere or nothing that would cover up the tracks. So how is it they were able to hide under the dust?
Right, good point. Now,
because on the dark side of the moon, you can't see it. You never see it.
No, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, the moon rotates, dude. So even if they did bury themselves in the sand, in the dust, but there would be signs that something was tampered with.
They rotate as the moon rotates. They keep moving.
Well, I guess who would have found them if they did leave tracks? Because the astronauts that landed only had like 21 minutes, and they just went into the ship, and like all the probes. I guess they had the probes to take pictures, but all this stuff would have been like classified anyway.
I guess so, and also because the Russians and America didn't really weren't really on good terms back then, so they wouldn't have shared information.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like they say that even so, like in this movie when they had pictures of like all the pillars that were stolen.
Yeah, I love how even the fact that they say like we have 5 pillars. Actually, we got like over 1,000 across the world, and everyone's like, "Oh shit, we're fucked." Everyone's all freaking out about it too. Like this movie really, I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that they bring in a lot of real world elements into this movie, like real places, real things that happen, and integrate it into the Transformers lore that makes it seem more like I gravitate towards it more, maybe.
Yeah, I remember Neil deGrasse Tyson. Like he said, that was that his actual name, Neil deGrasse?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm getting his name right because I can never say his name right. Neil deGrasse Tyson. He said like he liked the whole idea that Transformers came back during the '60s and they were in part of this undercover cover up for the moon landing and how they helped jump forward our technology during the time. And I think it's really cool that they actually integrated, like a live action movie actually integrates it with real life events, and that's really cool.
Yeah, and like not even only with them going to the moon, but also the fact that they go to Chernobyl, like Optimus Prime of Chernobyl, just really funny to me. And also the fact that they also are helping Iran. Like
what?
Like the Autobots are helping in a war with Iran. You don't remember that?
Is that what the place they were attacking?
Yes,
At the beginning of the film?
they were in Iran.
Oh, okay. I have a feeling like if Transformers actually did that, the war with Iran would actually be over a lot quicker, wouldn't it?
Do you hear yourself right now? I believe you right now. I agree with you, but those words together just seem really funny to me. If we had the Transformers there, it would have done really quickly. We wouldn't have a problem.
Yeah, we had Superman, the war would be over so quickly. If we had Batman, the war would be over so quickly.
Yeah.
If we was in World War II, we would have won it so quickly.
Like, imagine you say that shit after 9/11 happens. Like, man, if the Transformers were here, we wouldn't have this problem at all.
Imagine the planes are Transformers and they just transformed as soon as they were coming to the town.
Yeah.
And then the towers transform into two giant transformers.
Oh my
and fight
God.
the planes.
They were big. You know what the movie Big?
Yes, that's what I was thinking of. You reminded me about that, Donny. Like the scene in Big where like, why don't we make, instead of making buildings robots, why don't we just make bugs?
There's a giant spider in between the two towers that catches the airplanes.
Yeah, and like, yeah, the shit that happens. Let's talk about Chicago now, because I guess this is a good way to segue into what happens in Chicago. Oh my God, I'm gonna get so much flack for this. This is like 10 times worse than what happened in 9/11. It's the whole town. It's all of Chicago.
Really?
Yeah. Wait, are you agreeing with me or not agreeing with me?
I'm agreeing with you, but it's kind of like a sarcastic agree because, like, no shit, this is worse than 9/11 because it's just two towers. This is an entire city.
Yeah, and it's so it's freaked me out. I don't know why. I'm like, oh my God, don't, no. I'm like rocking back and forth, like I don't want to see this. I can't watch this. Like it's an actual war movie.
Yeah, I mean, duh, they had like 200 Decepticons come down from planet on the moon.
Yeah, but every other movie that has like war movies, like war stuff like this, like the Transformers movies, I don't think like this. I don't be like, oh God, it's like, that's not triggering me or anything like that. I'm not triggered, but I'm like about to be triggered. Like I'm pre-triggered.
This reminds me actually of the Batman.
Really?
Yo, yeah, because like the whole like terrorist attack and the flooding and the whole town's destroyed and a bunch of refugees.
Oh yeah. This is a lot worse though.
Yeah, it is a lot worse because you actually see people die.
They get disintegrated.
Yep.
And no way of coming back either.
Wait, hang on. Who's that guy that's apparently like in charge of like the head of like all the humans that are with the Decepticons? The guy who kidnapped the girl.
Oh, the guy from Enchanted.
Oh, that's who he is. Okay.
I think he's also in Grey's Anatomy.
Oh yeah, he was Dr. Shepard. I knew I seen him before, but I couldn't figure out where.
I'm laughing because I didn't expect you to know Grey's Anatomy, and you're like, oh, that's where I know him from.
Yeah, because my mom, she loves that show, and I watch it with her sometimes. So we just got so into. Recently, we saw it on like Netflix, and we got into like the whole story throughout the entire show.
Oh, and like even the way they shot the scene of like what's the name, Sentinel Prime saying barricade the city, and it goes to black. A lot of fade to black in this movie too, and I think it really emphasizes like how big this is too.
True, and also like how much of a disaster this is,
and how dark it is because it's the color black. Dark of the moon.
I have a question. Did Oppenheimer do something similar to this, where they had like fade to blacks or something like that?
Not really.
No. I feel like they would have added some tension in certain scenes. It does do good by adding tension.
And the music
you know
too.
What else this reminds me of?
What?
This reminds me of Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Really?
Yeah, there's one of the cutscenes. There's like a video of a guy with his family out on the street. Then suddenly a van pulls in front of them and it explodes into like a toxic gas and everyone dies. That's like it's because it's a terrorist attack. It was meant to like show the actual terror that people feel whenever there's like a terrorist attack, because it's just something that happens out of nowhere and it disrupts, and it's so traumatic to the people, which is why there's like such a like a strong emphasis on it in the game, where like to always be careful whenever you see something suspicious.
Oh yeah, I mean, also one thing I couldn't really stop thinking about while watching this movie was there's a lot of Chevy product placement in this movie, a lot more than the other movies. Yeah, like Chevrolet, the car.
Which one?
The company, just in general. Like they have a lot more Chevy cars in this one. Yeah, like of course we got Bumblebee, but then again we also have like when we meet the guy, we meet Mr. Douche, Mr. Douchitron, Mr. Douche
Inappropriate.
Yeah, Mr. Inappropriate, and his cars, like most of them are Chevys.
Because this woman right here is my secret weapon.
All I've done is get you organized.
Oh, you have done much more than that, my Duchess.
I'd be pretty angry too if someone just started calling my girlfriend like that.
Yeah, and also to be fair though, yeah, Sam. I don't like Sam that much, but in this movie, he is fucking with Mr. Inappropriate is fucking with Sam so much in this movie. It's not even funny. Like, and again, Sam to the point where he's like getting angry, saying, I don't like that guy. But to be fair, she's not helping either. She's
True.
letting it happen and not calling
Yeah.
it out. And the fact that she gave him a $200,000 car just to drive around.
Yep, and he also said it was for her boyfriend too.
Oh, you think he took it as for a boyfriend? You think he did it for her?
That's what she said. That he said whenever when they went to the car and he looked up the car and he's just like and she was like, well, it's for the both of us.
Yeah, sure. Jeez.
Oh gosh, but like that's such a douche move though.
It is.
Anyway, let us know. Is this really all these cars? Are they really Chevy?
I don't think these are Chevys, but when he goes into the other garage, it is.
He's a manager country.
Do you see their Chevys?
Huh?
Do you see their Chevys, or is it just like the model Chevy?
I think these aren't Chevys, but this like also even that scene of him saying, "Look at the curves on the vehicle to model a woman," and they don't even see the car. You just see the camera panning against the woman. That's you don't even see a fucking car. Like I get it. Calm down. Put your dick back in your pants.
I mean, it's Michael Bay. There's gonna be a lot of fan service like that.
Yeah, she's not even an actress. This is her
Is she-
first big role.
Has she appeared in anything else?
She appeared in Mad Max Fury Road, and that's it. And that came out 4 years after this movie.
As who?
I don't remember.
Oh.
But like, she only got this role because she's a Victoria's Secret model.
Oh, then she must be doing pretty good.
Take a look at this 1939 Delahaye 165 Cabriolet. Look at the curves. Elegant, isn't it? Beautiful. Sensual. Built to evoke the body of the ideal woman.
Sex. Get it? Jesus. It's just so... Yeah, right here. Okay, here's the Chevy product placement.
Wow.
That's a Chevy?
No, like right. The first thing you see in the front of the screen when you see like all the neon signs, Tire Chevrolet Company, Chevrolet neon signs, another Chevrolet one, another Chevrolet.
Is that it?
No, even Bumblebee has a remodeling. Like the Chevy logo is on its chest now. You might be saying, well, that was in every one of the movies. No, it wasn't. It was only in this movie.
Okay.
You don't think that's a little like more blatant this time than ever?
I did not pay attention to that, so I cannot say.
I guess I'm just the one that pointed it out, the one that sees it.
Yeah. I noticed that you notice a lot of product placement, so I understand your frustration with it, but I cannot like share it because I don't really notice it all that much.
I'm shocked how you don't see it though. That's the thing. What else? Okay, I want to bring this up since we brought up the other guy, that Mr. Inappropriate. Yeah. Why do we always have to have a human villain when it comes to a movie about evil robots or something bigger? I hate that. We don't need that.
Wait, there's not. This is the only human villain in the franchise, though.
No, I mean just in general with movies where it has a bigger opposing threat and always a human villain trying to stop him, like with Godzilla movies or something. You know what I mean?
Mostly because I guess it's supposed to be like a fact like the human arrogance leads to like their downfall, I guess. Because like in the Godzilla movies, it was all about like humans thinking they can control nature or somehow like bring balance by allowing the Titans to roam free or like releasing them out of order, and that arrogance leads to devastation to the entire world. And this one, it was just more about like the connection to the real world because his dad was part of a finance company that helped finance the trip to the moon, and then was like taken hostage into trying to stop them from going back to the moon.
Okay, I guess so.
I mean, it makes sense when you see the movie, but if you actually start to question it, like why are they there? They don't really have a purpose besides something that's related to the plot that actually doesn't really impact the story.
Well, we need to see a guy die in a really gruesome way and have it feel satisfying. So that's why we need a human villain. That's why. I think probably. I don't know.
Give Sam something to do, I guess.
Yeah, he's like just around saying Optimus, and he actually needs something to do this time. And also, I like how they gave him guns this time too, like actual weapons for them to use.
I'm not sure if those are actual weapons. They just had a few sticky bombs and a grappling hook.
I'm counting it because the other ones, they're just running around the cube. and this time they actually get to fight back. And and even Megatron was like, wait, was it Megatron or Starscream? It was like Starscream saying like, "Ow, my eye! You got me in my eye!" He started running around me. I thought it was hilarious.
Like, how much of a pussy he is.
Yeah, even the way he talks is always like a pussy. Like, "Master, you were gone for so long. I took care of everything while you were gone. You left me to die on that planet, you son of a bitch. No, someone needed to take care of your leaders, like take care of your troops. So I was there to help you." Like always some way to just overthrow him in any way possible.
Well, not really overthrow him. It's just more like just take charge while he's gone or like dead, and just like something to stay in command.
Well, yeah, but
anyway, dude, we're running low on time. So, is there anything else you want to talk about?
All right, let's go to the ending then. Because I want to talk about that whole fight scene at the end with Optimus, Megatron, and Sentinel Prime. that whole scene was so cool and really anticlimactic in the same way. Because when we see Megatron and Optimus Prime fighting for the first time, like not really the first time, but in this movie for the first time, like, "You're gonna help me? We got truce, right? We can help Sentinel Prime. We're good, right?" And like, "No, you gotta kill you too. You," and rips his head off. Like, oh my god, that's brutal. And not only that, you see Sentinel Prime at the ground saying, "No, Optimus!" Bah! Like, oh my god. I'm like, he was begging for his life.
No, Optimus!
Oh my, and the blood too. The blood. Why am I so focused on the blood? Why are robots bleeding? Why do you bleed?
I think it's the fact that they're bleeding is why you're focusing on it. Because then, as I said, in other films, they just had them like have like a machine fluids, like gasoline or oil or something like that.
Lubricant.
And this one, they're actually red in like blood.
And I also thought like, oh, cool, Megatron's here to save the day. Oh, we're good. He's gonna help us. We're gonna be good. They're gonna be buddies and tell him he's not gonna kill him. He can tell him to go back to where he came from. That sounds terrible. But go back to Cybertron.
Oh, shit. After everything, you really think that's gonna happen?
Go to Cybertron. That's what they did in the cartoons. They never killed each other. They'll say, "All right, leave, get out of here." Like, "All right, next time, same next week. Later, Optimus."
Just like you mean, like just like the villain of the week, where they just let them go after like they fix everything they did.
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, because he shows up in the fourth movie, but then I forgot that that's not Megatron. That's someone that they're trying to replicate someone else, and it keeps like coming up as Megatron.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay. And so I was honestly taken back when I saw him actually kill Megatron. I had the Mandela effect. Like, didn't he kill him already? But I guess not.
Who would you be without me, Prime? Time to find out.
Bitch.
Someone that has lost their arm, and you say like, "You can't fight me. You're too weak. I'm gonna keep you alive." And he's like, "You sure about that?"
Yeah. It's like that scene from Deadpool where he kept on getting his arms broken. Like, you ever seen a man beat a one leg man in an ass kicking contest?
Optimus, all I ever wanted was the survival of our race.
Jeez, listen to that.
Then he picks up the gun after.
Yes. All I wanted was our race to survive. I don't give a damn.
No, Optimus!
And he sounds so cold when he does it.
I know, it's like so gangster. Like he can cock the gun on his side like a black man and like, "Time to find out." Bah!
There's a black.
I'm referencing Family Guy. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, Stewie's like, Stewie's holding a gun to Brian, like, whoa, take it easy. All right, what if I hold my arm like this, like a black man? No, I'm serious. Back to Transformers. The ending of this movie, all these movies always felt abrupt to me. Like they didn't feel whole. Like it just ends. Do you know what I mean?
I think that was kind of the point because they were trying to at least make like something of a franchise out of this.
Yeah, but even with like the idea of Bumblebee giving I was gonna say Michaela, giving Carly, because they always yell her name, giving Carly a wedding ring at the end, like This would have made more sense if it was Michaela, because we have more of a relationship with Michaela. And
Yeah,
also, Michaela loved cars. So it makes sense that she started having to pursue a career with cars. And Sam always having everything come up. Like, Sam was always privileged. Like, he got to go to college. He had everything handed out to him, like even cars. But Michaela had to pay for everything. He also had spent her whole life working with cars. So it would have made sense for her to work with the big time guy with all the big cars. It would have made more sense.
I think that's what they were going with, but since they had to do that, they kind of like tried to rework it.
Yeah, they actually had the movie. They wrote the script thinking that was gonna be with Michaela, but then when they fired them, they just replaced the word Michaela with Carly, and he just added a couple more scenes to make it seem like it's something that they always planned.
Not really always planned. I think they just added a few scenes to make it work.
Yeah, because like they say that she's mean. Like I don't think she was mean, but more like I don't know. She wasn't mean.
I don't see how she was mean. I saw it as flirting.
Yeah. And even ending with him saying "I love you," that would have made more sense if the last movie was him saying the whole joke in the whole movie is him saying not saying "I love you." So it would have made more sense if they had it in this one, like ending and him not getting married per se, but the idea of him comfortable saying "I love you" and attached to him, and also worried that this beautiful woman that's with me, I'm a schlub. I'm a schlub, huh?
It would have been a nice reference to the previous movie.
Yeah, and like how he's a schlub and how he can't really get a girl like her, so he's happy to have her, but now the fact that she's still good looking might be more intimidating for everyone else to be with. Like that would have been a good thing to go across. It might have been generic, might have been basic, might have been every other high school drama, but it could have worked for this movie in a way if they had the same actress in it. I'm not saying bring her back on because of what she said. Like I understand why they fired her, but just what?
You're into a rant.
Oh, I didn't mean to go on a rant. Honestly, I just feel like I was
okay. Yeah. Okay. So, what did we go over before we end this episode?
Let's go into our ratings.
Okay. Should Donny go first?
Yeah, Donny, you go first.
I don't remember what I gave Transformers the first movie, but I'd say this movie was a good 2 points above the first movie.
So that's like a 4 or a 5?
I gave the first movie, I think I was like midway through, like I think 5 or a 6 for the first movie. So this is like a 7 or 8.
It's a 5-star ranking.
Oh, it's stars. Okay. So the first movie would have been like 3 stars for me. Then the second movie would have been like 2 stars or 1 star. And then this movie is definitely 4 stars.
Wow, I think I might be ahead of you with this one because I got 4.5 stars. I really did enjoy this movie. And maybe I'm seeing a lot of shit lately. So saying this made me feel really happy, like made me feel good. I'm like, oh, thank God, not as bad as I thought it could be. Because we've seen ground level. We've actually been below ground level on where it can go. So at least a little higher means a lot. It's like we have to drink medication and then after you drink some orange juice to water it down and it tastes better. This is that orange juice. And Transformers 2 was the medication. Huh?
What's your rating?
4.5 stars.
Okay.
What about you, Sergio?
I think I would also agree with you guys. I'd probably get a 4 out of 5 because there were some things that didn't quite make sense, and but this whole movie was really entertaining to watch, and I liked watching it. I just had a good time with the movie.
All right, then. I think we've gone on long enough and bugged everyone for as long as we can for a movie that honestly I don't think anyone expected to be this good. Because we saw how bad it could be and how it was gonna be. Next one, we got Marky Mark in this one. In the next one,
what?
We got Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Oh my God, you don't know who Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch are?
Are you referring to the actor's rapping career?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Donnie, did you know Mark Wahlberg had a rapping career?
No.
Yes. Back in the 90s, he had like a hit song called Good Vibrations.
Oh.
That one go?
You know that song?
How'd it go?
You got the good vibrate your mind. It's got a sweet sensation. That song? Wait, hold on.
I think I've heard that one before.
Oh my God. You know what we should do? We should do a watch party for Cool as Ice. That's Vanilla Ice's movie.
I heard it was terrible.
Yeah.
I saw a review for it.
We should do a watch party for it.
With who?
I don't know. Whoever wants to do it.
I'm not sure many people want to watch Vanilla Ice, but okay.
Oh my God. It's just, now it's so sad. Okay, fine. All right, we can call it an episode, everyone. I'm Chance. Who are you people?
Nobody.
I'm Don. Hi. Or bye, I guess.
He's Don. He's all about family.
And who are you? Who are you, Sergio?
I'm Mr. Nobody.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, I'm Sergio.
All right, and have a cinematic day, everyone. Hey everyone, thanks for listening, and be sure to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok at Brick Wall Cinema. Have a cinematic day.